Hey guys, thank you for 800 subscribers. In this video I'm going to teach you how to create designs and logos by using Adobe Photoshop. If you haven't checked out the other tutorials, be sure to watch them before this one. Without further ado, let's begin. For the creation of designs and logos, I'm going to be using Adobe Photoshop, just as for the custom thumbnails. So let's begin. Click on New File. Be sure to have the 1280p by 720 size. Here you can name your file if you want. Be sure to check transparent and click Create. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to be recreating the Solar Tapes logo so I can present to you how to basically create a logo. For this you are going to use the text tool. Click and you can type what you want. Be sure to change the font to anything you want. In my case I use the Xairo, the regular font. Which is a font that you need to download from the internet. Now you can color a text by selecting the color and putting a color over here, but you don't necessarily have to do that. What you can do, if you want to do something more sophisticated, you can go to the blending options and you can use a gradient overlay, and you can use whatever colors you want here and you can combine them to create a gradient basically. But on here, on the blending options, you can do more stuff. For instance, you can use satin, and that kind of makes the colors more dark. Yeah, and this is something that I used for the Solar Tapes logo and even for the Alex Duic logo. So yeah, you can use this. A little bit of this. I also used inner shadow for creating that yellow outline. And I even used some inner glow. Be sure to change the blending modes, the colors and the size. There are some more stuff that you can add to a text, like bevel and emboss, and even a shadow. Alright, I resized the text so it can look like more the original logo that I made. Now, you can also add other stuff like some images. I personally use an image that I downloaded from the internet, and I renamed it to Rocket Logo. I don't remember the original name, but you can find it very easily on Google Images. Alright, then you can erase some parts of the image by using the Erase tool. Now, for the fire that comes from the rocket, I actually didn't do that on Photoshop, I did that by using After Effects. So yes, for creating designs and logos, sometimes you might need other software like After Effects or who knows. I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how I create the fire effect in the Solar Tapes logo now. So, create a new solid. Make it, I don't think the color matters anyway, and add the turbulence noise, so have this, then use hue and saturation to add a color. In my case it was yellow, kind of like that. Then I use some directional blur because the fire is basically like a motion effect. Then the most interesting that I had to do was creating the shape, and for that I used a combination of the masks. Then another mask for the other size. When you add a second mask to the same layer, be sure to check some settings like add, subtract and invert. Then I add a third mask to fix some imperfections. Be sure to change the feather. After that I add a white solid. After you finished what you try to do, what you can do is render this image in one frame and use a transparent background, so you can import it in Photoshop. So first of all we need just one frame, so you need to drag this over here to have just one single frame. Then add it to the render queue. See, it's just one frame. Go over here, change the format to QuickTime, animation and the channels to RGB plus alpha, so you can have a transparent background. After you render the image, you can drag it to Photoshop. See, and it's just this thing. Be sure to edit in Photoshop a bit more everything you can to hide any imperfections. Now you can use more effects to make the logo more polished. For instance, you can add some blur effects, considering it's an analog horror series and they have more blur effects. For the rocket, I used a directional blur because the rocket technically it's in motion, it flies, so I used the motion blur. And the same thing for the fire. After you are finished with the logo, you can export it. Be sure to check quick export as PNG. When you render a logo, you need a transparent background, so you need to render it as a PNG to have the transparent background. Now we are in Premiere Pro because when you create a logo, maybe you may want to create an animation for the logo, like how I made for my series. So how I did it? I actually did it in Premiere Pro. I didn't really need I really didn't need it to use After Effects. You can use After Effects if you want, but I was able to pull it off in Premiere Pro. As you can see here, when I made the animation, I used more versions of the same logo. Here I used a version where I don't have the rocket or the fire, and basically what I did in Adobe Photoshop, I exported more versions. So basically I simply hide these effects right here and I export it like that. I did this so I can basically create the animation. So I needed to duplicate the logo because I had to use some masking effects to animate. So if we hide the second layer and just use the first one, we can see that is the animation basically of the fire appearing. So I applied a mask. I think I used a custom mask and I animated frame by frame to make it look like that. Then for the second layer, I'm going to hide the first one and only check the second one. I use the second layer for the rocket. And for this I also use some masking. I mask the rocket to cut the fire behind it. And I use a directional blur to intensify the effect of the rocket flying, basically. And if you check both of them, it looks like the rocket is flying and it leaves behind her the fire. And the text was pretty simple. I just used the block dissolve effect for the transition, and I keyframe the transition complex, and I also keyframe some VR digital glitch. Now let's render the animation of the logo, because yes, in Premiere Pro you can render a video with a transparent background. Go to export, be sure to check QuickTime, go to video and check animation, go down below and check 8BPC plus alpha. So you can render a video with a transparent background. Now that I showed you how to create a logo, I'm going to show how to create different designs. A different type of logo that I want to show you how to create is the round logo, like the one that I used in the Martian Dilemma episode. To create a logo like that, we need to use the ellipse tool to create a circle. Now to create those contours in the circle, if you can call them like that, I basically used outer circles and I didn't use any fill, but I used the stroke. Now for the interior, you can do other stuff like drawing or using images from the internet, like how I did. You can go to the magnetic lasso tool and draw this mask around the object. Just be careful to not make mistakes like how I did it. It's the best to basically click when you draw, so you avoid making mistakes. After you finish the contour, right click and select inverse, and then just press delete to delete the background, then deselect. And that's how you crop images. In my case, I didn't need the entire Mars, I needed just a part of it. So you can basically delete the outer part how you want. You can erase it with the erase tool, or if you want a more faster way, you can use the polygonal tool and maybe even hide the image so you can see what you do. And basically just delete the interior of the mask. And that's it. I use the same technique for adding this rocket over here. Now for adding the stars, I simply just use the brush tool. Now for the text, because the text might be more tricky for like a circle logo like this one. So first of all, type whatever you want, whatever you need. After that, select the text and go to this button, use arc, so you can make the text look like that, like a circular form. This can be more tricky, so you need to be perfectionist with how you do this. It can take a long time to perfection it. Something like this. And that pretty much is how you could create a text like this on a circular logo. And if you want to add a text in the bottom, you just have to do the same thing, but I'm not going to show you how to do it again. In the end, I want to show you how to create these waveforms effects that I used, in the Our Journey Beyond or even in the Catalyst of Change. For this type of effect, you are not going to use Photoshop, but After Effects or even Blender. For the creation of the waveform from Our Journey Beyond, you can actually use After Effects. You create a Y solid and then use a grid effect. Be sure to change it and edit the settings to how you want it to look. Then check the 3D box to make it 3D, which is important so you can rotate it in a 3D space, kind of like this. Now for the animation, use offset. And it's going to move to the infinite and beyond. It should look something like this, or like this. Now for the circle that I made for the Catalyst of Change, I used Blender for that. So I'm going to delete this cube and add a circle, not a circle, I'm going to add a sphere. Shade to smooth, maybe scale it up, and simply add a waveform by going over here and I add a wireframe. It's been called wireframe, and that's pretty much it. Don't forget to change the color to whatever you want. You go over here, add plus, new, and go to base color and you can change it. Go to animation, select the object, press I and select location, rotation, scale and everything basically. Go to whatever point you want, then rotate the sphere. Then press I again, select the same button again to finalize the animation. So it should look like this. Now for rendering the animation in Blender, go here, go to Film, select Transparent. Go over here, choose FFmpeg Video. Go down here, choose the animation thing. Over here choose QuickTime, and up here choose RGBA so you can render a transparent background. Then go to render animation. And this is everything that I could show you in this tutorial. So basically, to create logos and different designs, you just need to be creative. That's why you need to watch the first two tutorials if you haven't already, because you need to know how to use the softwares like Premiere Pro, After Effects and Photoshop. You need to know how to use them and how to be creative with them, so you can create very creatively logos and different designs for your analog horror videos. Thank you everyone for watching. If this was helpful, be sure to hit that like button and comment, share this video and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you and bye!